Cauliflower is one of those vegetables that can be prepared in so many different ways. Today, we're going to do kind of a Middle Eastern take, and it's the star of a vegetable trio, along with glazed tarragon sweet potatoes and a puree of green peas. Let's make tahini roasted cauliflower. Hey everybody, it's Walter from Artistic Gourmet Adventures. My wife Kim and I own this unique small group tour company where we host groups of 6 to 12 guests for 1 week luxury adventures in beautiful locations throughout Europe and the United States. I have the privilege of being the adventure chef, creating and preparing daily gourmet meals for our guests. We also enjoy creating in-home private dinners for clients and friends when we're back in the States. Many of our guests request our recipes and want to learn cooking tips. So, in this video series, from our cozy home kitchen here in the beautiful Loire Valley of France, we will demonstrate a wide variety of recipes, from culinary classics to originals, as well as covering professional kitchen techniques for the home chef. For more information on Artistic Gourmet Adventures, check our website, linked in the description below. Now, let's start cooking! To get started with our tahini roasted cauliflower, we've got, of course, our head of cauliflower, which we're going to break this cauliflower down, and then we'll break it into florets. It'll then be blanched for about 3 minutes, and then we'll put it in a cold water bath to stop the cooking. At that point, we're going to rub it with a spice mix that is just wonderful flavors. It's got a little bit of smoked paprika, a little bit of fenugreek, which is a Middle Eastern spice mix, some sea salt, let's see, some ground cumin, as well as some garlic powder. And then we've added just a little bit of Berbere, and Berbere is absolutely my favorite spice. It's a spice mix from Ethiopia, which has a fantastic flavor, but it can be a little bit hot. So use it sparingly and to your own discretion. After it's rubbed with our spice mix, we will then dip it in tahini. And tahini is a sesame paste. To get started with our cauliflower, we're going to break it down. First of all, we'll just remove some of the big leaves from it. All right, so we'll cut the root off. We've got the leaves removed. We'll just cut the root off, and I'm going just a little bit into the florets, about like that. And we can toss that away. And now you can see that the large root section is there. What I like to do is actually cut this in half. And we'll take our paring knife and just come right along that little area that gets into the florets there. And that way we can just break everything into small florets. Same thing. All right, we'll put those there. Same thing on the other side. And now we've got our florets. Okay, so that's it for our florets, and now we will blanch these in some boiling water. To get started with our cauliflower, we've actually got a large pot of water that we've set to boil, and let's go ahead and just add about 2 tablespoons of salt to that. Anytime you're blanching something, you want to have the water nice and salted. So that's ready to go. And we've got our oven preheated, and I've got it on 190 degrees centigrade, about 375 Fahrenheit. We're gonna use this roasting pan, but we want to get that roasting pan nice and hot. And so we're going to cover the bottom with some grapeseed oil, not olive oil, some grapeseed oil, a high smoke point oil. And let's add a little bit more. And we actually want that piping hot when we put our cauliflower in. As a matter of fact, I'm going to turn it up just a little bit just to get that oil going. And now we will drop our cauliflower in the boiling water. And again, that's going to blanch for probably about 3 minutes or so. So the purpose for doing this is so that the cauliflower is going to partially cook, but we don't want it all the way cooked. So it's just we're going to blanch it, cook it just a little bit, and it's going to have a nice seasoning to it with the salt. So we'll let that go for about 3 minutes. Once it comes up, we want it to come back up to a boil, and let it go for about 3 minutes. And then we're going to plunge it in some ice water. And what that does is, it, like when you're doing a green vegetable, it helps set the color. But for cauliflower, you don't really need to set the color, but it does stop it from cooking so that it doesn't overcook. So we want that to be nice and blanched. We'll do a cold water bath and go from there. Our cauliflower is about done blanching. Let's just take a look at one. And you want it where your knife goes in with just a little bit of resistance. That's about what we want. Because when we put it in the oven, we're going to roast it probably 20, maybe 25 minutes, and we don't want it to just go completely soft. So that is good. And we'll just take our cauliflower out, plunge it in cold water. To stop its cooking. And that's it for the water. And we'll get that nice and chilled down. And now we'll just drain our cauliflower. We'll let that drain. Get the rest of the ice out. We'll let it drain and dry a little bit. Our cauliflower has drained, and now we've had it drying here on a little bit of a paper towel. So now what we'll do is we'll just put our cauliflower in a bowl, like that. And what we'll do now is we're going to coat it with a little bit of oil, and this is olive oil now, and because this is what we're gonna cook it in, and so it's going to impart a little bit of flavor, and so we like the flavor of the olive oil. The difference, by the way, in the reason that we use the grapeseed oil for the pan and the olive oil for this is that the grapeseed oil is actually going to be used almost as to fry the cauliflower, and we're getting that up to a very high temperature, and we don't want it to smoke, so that's why we use the grapeseed oil. Now we are getting ready to cook the cauliflower. This regular olive oil is kind of a seasoning. It's still extra virgin olive oil. It's just not the highest end of a cold pressed olive oil that you would use for a salad. So that's the difference there. All right. So now we'll just mix our seasoning mix, our seasoning rub. And since we've put the olive oil on our cauliflower, we can now just sprinkle that over. And just because you made all of this rub doesn't mean that you need to use it all as you season your cauliflower. As a matter of fact, I would suggest maybe that much. Just kind of give it a dusting, because you don't want it to be too overly seasoned. And now we'll just add our tahini into the bowl. And let's just mix everybody up. with the tahini. Get everything nice and well coated. Very good. All right, now let's take our pan out of the oven that's been preheated. So now I had the oven on 190 on 220. I'm going to turn it back down to 190 because that's our temperature that we want to cook at. But we just want to make sure our oil is very hot. And so you'll know your oil is ready if you get a little bit of a sizzling as you start to put your cauliflower in. So that's what we're hoping for. That's the sound you want. That way you know it's cooking, it's roasting, and it's not steaming. And we've got some great smells going on here in the kitchen. Okay, so we'll put that in, and we'll probably check it every 10 minutes or so, and we'll turn it just to make sure everybody gets well roasted. And put that back into our oven. And depending on your oven, if you look at this after about 10-15 minutes and you see that there's not much color developing, especially on the bottom, you may want to turn your heat back up just in case your oven is a little bit cooler, or if it's starting to really brown, you may want to turn it down a little bit. All ovens are different. Okay, cauliflower is nice and roasted. We did turn it a couple of different times during that time, and full disclosure, I turned my oven up. It was not roasting the way I wanted it to, and you want to make sure that you get the color that you're going for, but that it doesn't take too long, because you don't want your cauliflower to get mushy. And now, just to finish, I like to do another little drizzle of some good olive oil. This is your top shelf, first cold pressed olive oil. Just to go over the top of that, and maybe just a quick little taste for seasoning. And in this case, we can use just a little drizzle of salt, so we'll just do that. Other than that, it is delicious and it is ready to go. To finish our dish, let's spoon in a little bit of our green pea puree. There we go. Okay. And let's add some of our cauliflower. You can never have too much cauliflower, right? That is what it's all about. And we'll just finish our dish with a little mint leaf right in the very center. And let's just clean up our drip. And there we have it. Tahini roasted cauliflower, Tarragon glazed sweet potatoes on a bed of green pea puree. So all the links to these recipes are listed in the description below. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more, give us a thumbs up below and hit that subscribe button, it's free. And ring the bell if you want to be notified as soon as we release a new video. Also, let us know in the comments if you have any special recipe requests. We really appreciate you tuning in. See you next time.